You know that moment right after you get paid? That tiny rush of relief? For a few hours, maybe a day, everything feels okay. Then life starts pulling at it. Bills, plans, little treats you tell yourself you deserve, and before you know it, you're back to wondering where the money went. If that feels familiar, this video is for you, because what you do right after you get paid matters more than how much you earn. Today, I'm going to share a simple paycheck routine. Nothing extreme, nothing unrealistic, just a clear way to take control, step by step, every single time money hits your account. And if you stick with me, you'll stop feeling behind and start feeling intentional. Welcome to Samo Finance. This channel exists to help you stop reacting and start moving with clarity. Because the difference between struggle and stability isn't income, it's clarity, decision, and discipline. If this resonates, kindly like the video so it reaches more people who need it, and hit the subscribe button so you stay ahead with our next video. Now, let me be honest with you. Most people don't mess up their money because they're careless. They mess it up because they delay decisions. They get paid and they wait. They wait to budget. They wait to save. They wait to think. And while they're waiting, the money disappears. So, let's dive in. Rule number 1, acknowledge that you've been paid. Before you spend, before you celebrate, before you scroll, take 5 minutes and acknowledge the money. Open your banking app. Look at the number. Not with fear, not with excitement, just awareness. This matters because money you don't look at is money you don't control. Avoiding numbers feels comfortable, but it always costs you later. Rule number 2 comes immediately after. Pay your future self first. Not what's left, not what's convenient, first. Even if it's small, even if it feels almost pointless. Savings, emergency funds, investments. Whatever stage you're in, money for your future should move out of your main account right away. Why? Because if it stays there, you'll spend it. Not because you're irresponsible, but because you're human. This step builds discipline, and discipline is more powerful than motivation. Now, Rule 3, give every remaining penny a job. Not in your head, not vaguely. You decide. This much for bills, this much for food, this much for fun. When money doesn't have an assignment, it finds one on its own, and it's usually not a good one. This isn't about being strict, it's about being clear. And clarity removes guilt, because when you spend intentionally, you stop wondering if you messed up. The next rule may sound boring, but it works. Rule 4, check your fixed expenses. Rent, utilities, subscriptions, anything that repeats. This is where quiet leaks hide. That app you forgot about, that service you barely use, that payment that no longer makes sense. You don't need to cancel everything, you just need to question things regularly. Money freedom doesn't come from big sacrifices, it comes from small, repeated decisions. Rule 5, set a simple spending boundary. Not a strict rule, a boundary. Something like, this is what I can spend this week and still be okay. This step protects you from emotional spending. Because let's be real, some days you're tired, some days you feel behind, some days you just want relief. Boundaries keep one bad day from turning into a bad month. Rule 6 is short but powerful. Review your last paycheck. Not to shame yourself, not to regret anything, just to learn. Where did money surprise you? What cost more than expected? What worked well? This turns every paycheck into feedback, and feedback is how progress actually happens. Now, here's the part people skip and regret later. Rule 7. Don't try to perfect this routine. You just have to repeat it. Every paycheck, same order, same flow. Because consistency changes identity. At first, it feels mechanical. Later, it feels normal. Then, it feels empowering. You stop reacting to money. You start leading it. And slowly, something shifts. You're less stressed before payday. You're calmer when spending. You're clearer about your goals, not because you earn more, but because you respect every paycheck. Let's recap simply. When you get paid, pause and look at the money. Pay your future self first. Assign the rest a job. Check your fixed expenses. Set a spending boundary. Review the last cycle. Repeat. That's it. No hype, no extremes. Just control, built quietly. If this video helped you in any way, subscribe and stay consistent. We build control here. See you in the next video.